If you are looking for Ultimate Team coins, I have the place for you. Head on over to easymuckcoin.com where you can purchase coins for as little as $45 a mil. I did not stutter. Link is in the description. Use code GS for 5% off. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You boys, just welcome back to another Madden 21 video. And today, we have not one, but two new legends dropped today. And damn it, I got both of them. I say I got both of them. 1,000 likes! Minimum! Tired of y'all not hitting the like button, man. I'm tired of telling y'all that y'all not hitting the like button. Tired of it. I'm not doing it no more. Say I lied. Hit the like! Okay, so we're going to go ahead and showcase the two new legends that came out today. Both, at first glance, I'm going to keep it a bean. Unc don't lie. I ain't telling lies since the third grade. What they lie, Unc? Listen, third grade, I seen it on TV. I'm going to keep it a bean. I keep it a bean, the whole bean, nothing but the bean. I tried the old dog ate my homework bit. It didn't work. Got detention. Never lied again. But that's how you know it's a GS exclusive video right there. All my OGs, you guys know what I'm talking about. At first glance, I seen the legends, and I'm like, you know what? This is great. Because I get to keep my coins. I don't need Lynn Swann. Damn sure don't need Cliff. Like, I'm good. I'm just gonna pass on them. And then I was like, you know what? Today, let me get some gameplay with him and further review after looking into him, right? Like, well, Lynn Swann looks really, really, really good, right? I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Like, Lynn Swann definitely looks pretty good, right? Let's go on ahead. Let's take a look at him. Now, he is 5'11", right? But it's not like height matters too much in this game because you could be 6'8" Carmichael and have a toss-up against 5'9" Chris Harris or however tall he is, and they can still battle, But I'm still 93 speed. Now, this is his limited, so this is what his attributes are if you have the base power up and you power them all the way up to the tippity top. 93 speed, right? So he's able, no theme team, of course, but he maximizes at 95 speed, which makes him one of the fastest receivers in the game. I think the fastest right now with no theme team is Scary Terry and DK Metcalf. Both of those guys can get 96 speed with no theme team. But, he's right there, with those guys. He's not that far off. But you take a look at his route runnings, and they're phenomenal. Like, he has 92 deep, 94 short, and they're not. Oh, and his medium is 93. Like, his threshold on running, he's gonna run a route as good as you need someone to run a route. The only thing that is an abomination with the deep threat archetype is that they cannot get route tech until they are at 96 overall. Then they can get route tech, but until then, they cannot. And it's unfortunate, but deep threat, they are able to get some glitchy stuff. They're able to get deep out elite, deep in elite for only 1, outside apprentice for 2. But route technician is definitely valuable, especially with the man-to-man meta that a lot of people are running in zone, and they're not going to help you out nowhere near as much as it does in man. But the more people that run man, the more you see how significant route technician is. It's really, really, really good, and I feel like it's a necessity to have as a at least one guy on your scheme. I feel like you need at least one route tech, at least one. Someone that can go on ahead and hit you with a crisp corner, curl, even like anything, baby ins, outs, like drags, literally any route. They'll go on ahead and, outside of a streak, of course, they'll go on ahead and they'll get that nice quick cut, and they're able to create pretty good separation on that. But this guy is definitely really, 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 really good when it comes to all the thresholds and everything he's able to go on ahead and offer to the team. Blazing fast speed, and he's arguably, him and Ocho Cinco are arguably the one of the best receivers overall. Between the two, you can go back and forth on who you feel is better. I personally would give the nod to Ocho Cinco because Chad Johnson is able to get slot apprentice and he's able to get route technician where Lynn Swann cannot. So this game is definitely an ability based game. If I'm facing someone that doesn't or has one step ahead, you can have an 86 overall corner against my 97 overall receiver. If you have route tech and I run a corner and my guy doesn't have route technician, I mean, if you run one step ahead, you're probably going to bag, the corner. You're just going to cut right in front of it with the one step. This game is definitely ability based. And unfortunately, Lynn Swann cannot get one of the glitchier abilities as a receiver. But, don't let that stop you from thinking he's not good, which is, what I thought. So, we got gameplay coming out later today. Game is already done. Definitely don't know why I do this in reverse, why I record the upgrades after the gameplay. But I like to talk about what happened in the gameplay. Little hints. And Lynn Swann definitely shows up. He makes a big play. He definitely makes a big play. Not the best run blocker out there. So, he's definitely a liability at that. We're going to take a look at his muthead ratings real quick. And according to muthead, he is a 98 vertical threat. Now, 98 out of possible 99. And this is according to what the players are now. So 3 months from now, if you go back to the same card, his muthead vertical rating is not going to be 98. It's going to be a lot lower. So as of today, with the current items that are in the game. I don't want to say cards because that's a legality. Legality is a fun word. Legality. Go up to a friend or girlfriend or text someone, just say legality and turn the phone off. That's it. Just legality. That's a good word. Just go up to your mom, legality, and walk away. Like that's a great word to say. Legality. But he's a 98 rating vertical threat, 93 jump ball, 98 slot, 94 possession, 96 run block, 99 rack. Now, the reason this man has such a high rack, 99 run after catch, he's able to get evasive. You take a look, he has a 93 juke move. Now, I don't know how many of you guys don't play on conservative. I'm definitely one to... I've been trying to step away from playing on conservative. I'm starting to see that you really don't fumble on balance like that. You will fumble, don't get me wrong, you will. But it's not devastatingly enough to where it's like, oh, if I don't go on conservative, I'm going to lose 2-3 possessions a game. Since I've been going off of conservative, I've fumbled 0 times. And this is me juking into hit sticks and all that stuff. So his juke move is phenomenal. 93 juke move, 88 spin move. He does get evasive. I wouldn't recommend wasting 5 AP on it. But it just showcases his versatility. You get the ball in his hands, and if you're on balance, he can probably juke someone out their shoes and be able to continue running upfield and getting more yards. The card looks really, 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 really good. Considering my first look, I wasn't too impressed. But then after really looking into it, I was like, this card, definitely looks pretty good. And this guy, this guy had one hell of a game. When I tell you, Cliff Harris had one hell of a game. You guys know I'm going to lie to y'all. This guy's a goon. I've seen all I need to see. This guy right here, this guy right here, this guy is a goon. If you could get this guy on your team, get him on your team. I've seen everything I needed to see today off of just one gameplay. One small showing, one little sample size is all I needed for me to know that this guy's a goon. This guy is a goon. Now, when he first came out, I took a look and I was like, you know what? I don't see him starting over Ronnie Lott. He cannot get 99 zone the same way Devin McCourty could. There's probably no reason for me to really get this guy. But then, the more I look into it, right? Today came, and I wasn't going to get none of the cards today. I'm keeping it a bean. But then I looked at the traits, and I looked at their ratings. Mudhead has him at a 95 man rating, and as a safety, that's pretty good. 97 zone, that's definitely pretty good. 98 jump ball, that's phenomenal. When they toss it up, if he's in the vicinity, 6'1", one of the taller safeties that we have until we get glitchy and Ken Houston or Sean Taylor comes out. But that's good height. And he ain't no Taylor Mays, but 6'1" is definitely pretty good. taller than McCourty. 99 range, so he hits 94 speed, the same. Well, again, no team. Maxed out sprinter or brawler, 94 speed, the same as McCourty. So I was like, you know what? They're probably very similar. McCourty gets +1 zone, same speed, no real reason to get him. But then you take a look at the rating, and he has a 98 run support rating as a zone free safety. A 98 run supports 98 run support rating. Now we are going to go on ahead and compare that to the 90 of Devin McCourty. So he's definitely more of a factor in the run game, right? And I don't know about you guys, but people tend to run the ball quite a bit, at least against me. So anybody that can shed, like Cliff Harris is more likely to shed off of a block, get a tackle, than Devin McCourty. And that is a huge difference between him running right up the A-gap for a touchdown because McCourty can get off a block, or Cliff Harris getting off a block and stopping him shy of a first down, stopping him for a gain of 4 instead of a touchdown. Like, that's big. I definitely try to incorporate guys that are, able to shed for me and hopefully limit big runs. Because if you can do that for me, if I can force you to be one-dimensional, then I'm a send 12 and hope you make a mistake. So that's definitely important for me. 98 physical, and he does have the big hitter trait. And as I said in the gameplay of him later on today that you guys are going to see, he is able to go on ahead and deliver big hits. And that's important because although, like I said earlier, fumbles don't really happen like that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Fumbles are just really non-existing in this game. But the big hitter trait can force an incomplete pass. And to me, that's big. We're going to show you guys their full attributes with them fully chemmed up on my squad. A quick in route over the middle, and if Cliff is there, he can potentially get that big hitter animation, jar the ball loose, incomplete pass, and instead of first down, he's now 3rd and 11, and that's big. That's something McCourty's not going to do. McCourty's not going to go on ahead. Damn, what the hell? They just put me in the store. I don't even remember going there. They just threw me in there. That's big. That is a big difference between first down or, looking at 3rd and long. So anybody that has the big hitter trait, I definitely will tend to look more towards that guy over somebody who doesn't. Now, McCourty's phenomenal. I highly recommend McCourty. If you're able to get him, get him. I would say that Cliff Harris is better, but McCourty's probably cheaper. Or you can use your power pass on him, and he's really good. Like, for the time that I had him, he balled out. He's really, really, really good. All right, let's take a look at Lynn Swann. He has 95 max speed, 91 jumping, 94 catching, 90 catching traffic, 94 spec catch, 94 short route running, 93 medium route running, 96 deep route running. Now, this is maxed out with 50 out of 50 go deep. I do have him with one ability, and that is Deep Outs Elite. That is better route running and catching on deep passes outside the numbers. So on my scheme and strong close, I look forward to potentially hitting him big outside the numbers over the top. So he's going to be able to get he's going to be able to light up on those and be able to hold on to the ball if I get the ball in his hands on those plays. So card looks good. He's my highest overall receiver, and then we have Cliff Harris here, and this guy played so good. Like the amount of plays he made was like so good, like so good. I was flat out just in love with how he performed in the game later on that you guys are gonna see. Like, he performed very, very well. Was it enough? I don't know. It wasn't looking good for me in the beginning. I was making mistakes, and hopefully we did what we had to do to come back. But Cliff Harris did what he was supposed to do. He definitely had himself a good game. He has 98 zone coverage, 90 hit power, 94 play rec, 93 tackle, 94 excel, 94 speed. Let's go on ahead and let's take a look at his block shedding and stuff. He played really, really, really good, and I'm already very, very impressed. So his attributes are on the left, And we are going to look for block shedding 81. 81 block shed. He has +7 block shed compared to Ronnie Lott. Like that's huge. Like he has more block shed also than where's it at? Where's block shedding? How come I don't see it? Why am I looking at change of direction and stuff? Okay, he has the same block shed as Harrison Smith, but he has more block shed over Ronnie Lott. So that's why one of the reasons why I took Harrison Smith over Ed Reed. Guys that can shed, guys that can hit, guys that are high in zone coverage. I want those guys. I want those guys to be able to lay the wood. That's why I went with Night Train, even though a lot of people were, pooping on him. Almost 70 block shed as a corner. Like that's fantastic. That's a really, 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 really high block shedding corner. Like we'll take that on top of his 90 plus hit power. But yeah, both of these guys are later out today, and we got a treat for you guys in the gameplay. We got some skits that are Thanksgiving related that you guys might enjoy. But I'm thoroughly impressed with Cliff Harris. Lynn Swann looks arguably the best receiver in the game. And once again, at first glance, I was going to pass on both options. I wasn't going to get a single player. I wasn't. But then, when I woke up today, I took a look at the traits and was like, okay, Lynn Swann looks, pretty good, right? He looks pretty good. Now, there's no reason, if you have the receivers that I have Julio Jones, I have Johnson, I have Andre Johnson, really just Chad and Julio. Like, there's no reason to get Lynn Swann over those guys because Chad Johnson and Julio are route runners, and they're able to get slot apprentice, and they're able to get route tech for combination, both of those abilities for 3, which is pretty good. But Cliff Harris is really, really, really good. Really good. And if you got it like that, Lynn Swann is good. He's really, really, really good. Hopefully you guys look forward to the gameplay coming out a little later on today. It's your boy Jess. We're going to go on and be signing out, man. Appreciate the love and support as always. Until next time. Peace.